What's going on, everybody? Back, not in the garage, in the GTI for another video, another vlog. Well, it is Sunday, it is 57 degrees, and it is pouring rain here in Central Florida. And I spent the early part of the day just not really dog sitting, but we got a new dog. If you check out our family channel, I put the link down in the description below. We finally got a new dog, and it's been an experience so far. We picked her up yesterday and just going through the new dog, new puppy motions right now. I stayed home with her, didn't get to go to church, just to make sure she gets a little bit more stable, more comfortable at home, and try to potty train her as well. A couple accidents, obviously, but hopefully she's gonna get better over the next coming weeks and as she gets older. And yeah, so now we are off to Christian's house. We are swapping in his Mark 3 262 cams because we left the Mark 4 12 valve cams in, and whether you know or not, those cams are specifically matched with the Mark 4 manifold. There's a flap in the manifold, and that the runners change lengths or something like that at low RPM. And since the Mark 4 manifold doesn't have that, you get kind of a boggy start, and like you kind of lose low end torque with those cams in. So today we're gonna swap in his 262 Autotech cams, get the car running even smoother, even at low speeds, and we should be good. Shouldn't take too long. It's kind of a quick process. It's just really a pain to get the timing, the upper timing, cover off and get it back on, because you kind of have to take the manifold off and coil pack and all that other stuff. But it shouldn't take that long at all to get it off, and then get the cams in, get everything torqued down to spec, and then put everything back together and have the car up and running. Probably will take about an hour or two. It's a fast, simple process, so I'll take you guys along for the ride and stay tuned. Christian had his garage door locked. Got soaked. Thanks for that.
So much rain today, dude. The weather sucks today.
Yeah, well, you know, it hasn't rained in I don't know how long.
Dude, it's supposed to rain literally all week long. It shows 100% all day, all night till like next weekend.
I only saw today.
Really?
Unless it changed.
Well, I look like
Let me
every day.
check.
Come on.
Maybe I need to check the weather forecast again.
Oh, you're getting to see.
Well, we're here putting the motor in TDC. At least all this is done. That's gonna save me a lot of time.
Yeah. Got a fancy tool.
Yep.
This thing has seen some work.
Yeah.
Is this what I think?
That's what happens when sometimes the cam bolt doesn't want to come loose.
You yeet on it.
You just pretty much.
I'll flatten this piece out a little bit on the side.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Put it on the floor and then
Alright.
hammer it out.
Where's my hammer?
See, my trusty gloves are still here. Gonna need those. So basically what I was saying before, this side cover comes off, loosen all the cam holders. That'll be easy. Cam bolts should be easy, and throw those in the garbage or sell them to somebody. Put the 262s in.
Stock Mark 4 cams, let me know, because I don't need them. I don't need them.
Nope.
We lined up.
Maybe we could use those for like legs on like a table or something. Nah. You want them? They'll be for sale. I'm gonna use I always forget.
How's the dog doing?
Super big socket for the tensioner bolt. They're alright. They came home and her niece came over. So they're all like playing. She doesn't like being outside for sure. 100%.
Go without.
Yeah.
Get the side lights from out.
I think this week I'm gonna stop. Well, if it stops raining, whenever, one of these days this week, I'm gonna stop by that house with the Mercedes.
Big deal, what's up?
Be like, yo, you gonna come off of that car or nah?
I wish.
Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Here she's coming. She's coming. Got it.
Here. Nice little.
Only the finest of bathroom tissues to rest your stuff on. After you've loosened and taken out the 11,000 bolts holding on the side cover,
For real.
you have two 6mm socket head bolts that come up from the lower timing chain cover holding on the top cover. You undo those, and then with the tensioner bolt removed, you can easily just tap the cover off depending on how much silicone you used, and then you'll have access to the cam gear bolts. Guys, ever get to a bolt where you don't want to take anything else out of the way? You can only do like
The smallest half turn.
1/8 turns on the bolt until it backs its way completely out. That's what I'm doing right now. Yep. I'm not even gonna cut this clip. I'm halfway through. Oh man. Oh yeah. Look at that.
Feel the burn, Drake. Feel the burn.
You know, I actually practice that kind of stuff at work, so it doesn't hurt as bad. It is mallet. Wait, did you get all the bolts off?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Should be out.
Mallet time.
Mallet time.
Not to be confused with Miller time.
Oh, here we go.
What do you... Oh, the bolt for the...
Yeah, we're tightening it up.
Mm-hmm. Slacker. Just make sure you double check to make sure you have all the bolts out. Upper timing chain cover is off. Now we have direct access to the timing gear bolts. We have to pull both of those off to put those on the new cams and slap those in. This should go fairly easy, unless it doesn't.
Unless it doesn't.
Let's go. Time to crack. We're gonna crack these here. They're torqued down to 74 foot-pounds, so that's gonna be kind of a pain in the butt. If you have a friend, get a big wrench and put it on the flats here. Each cam gear has them. That way they can apply negative pressure. While you pull, they can push. Crack the bolts. Easy peasy. Get your new cams in.
You're ready. Right?
Ready for part two. Part two. You know what? One-handed. Oh, that's the sound of success.
Yeah.
You hear that? That's the sound you want to hear, boys. One-handed.
Very nice.
Get yourself a gigantic torque bar. Breaker bar.
Yeah, the more torque you got. We have one at work that looks good.
Oh yeah, you got one of those massive ones?
I feel like the diesel's the crank on some like the diesel on the torque to 100 some odd. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're made for like.
And if you don't have one like that,
Actually, I've seen some. They make them bigger too. I've seen some that are like bigger than us. I'm not sure why they need them to be that big, but you know, whatever.
because he was trying one like this and he was spinning the whole bowl head on. That looks like a lot of fun.
So bolts can be loosened. Now that that's loose, we can even just leave that there just to hold the chains up while we crack the 13mm nuts on top for the cam holders.
So one side, 240 on the other side.
Alright, I got these cams, got the old Mark IV cams out. They're over there. Christian took 262s out of the old motor. We're getting ready to slap them in. This is moving along perfectly.
It sucks outside.
Yeah, the weather's, it's pretty much, it's the worst we've had all year.
It sucks.
Probably the last half of last year also.
No,
It's just,
like,
it's pure rain and it's about low
it
60s.
started like 2 a.m. last night. No, it's like 51 now.
51?
Yeah.
Oh, even worse.
And it started like 2 a.m. last night, and it's now almost 5. And has not stopped.
And
Sucks.
this is literally the worst weather we could have ever had having a brand new puppy who doesn't want to go outside in the cold or the wet.
Right? It's tough.
So, beyond that, life's great. And I wanted to drive the Jetta this weekend. I couldn't. I took it early, like Saturday morning, but yeah, I didn't get my fill. So, whatever. Back to working. I'm slaving away. I'm not getting paid. Slaving. Christian?
Yes, somebody.
I'm gonna need.
Oh no.
I'm gonna need the key.
Oh, you want these?
I'm gonna need those.
Oh, you want these?
I'm gonna need those.
You don't really need
I mean, unless your car's gonna run on hopes and dreams.
What do you think would happen if we did it like this? We try to start it like this. Valve probably come flying out. Would they pop up at all? Because the pistons would still move.
They're up where they're gonna be. They're not gonna jump out.
Oh, true. We had some oil pipe.
Oil will splurt.
This chain would cause some
That would get
damage.
mangled in a matter of cranks.
One crank.
And then we'd be doing this all over again.
But the views, Greg. Starting up an open engine open vr6. Could you imagine?
262s are held in place by the cam alignment tool. Christian is still dying in the corner, getting ready to put the cam gears back on.
My allergies are no good. No good.
If you're wondering, the best way to take them off and on is take the one closest to the firewall off first, because it has slack on the back of the chain. It's easier to get off, and then work your way towards the front. And when you're putting them back on, put the front one on, then put the back one on. It's just easier that way. All right, cam gears are now installed. Getting ready to torque them down. You want to torque them down to 74
1,000 foot-pounds of torque. Snap them clean off.
foot-pounds. See that right there? 74. We'll tighten those to 74, and then timing. We'll get. Oh, you know what? We screwed up.
Why?
We screwed up.
You want to put the chain on first?
Gotta put the chain on.
Well, I was going to ask you, but you said just go for it, so I was doing
No,
it.
I didn't say go for it. Well, I said put them on, but you gotta put the chain on.
Then, all right, listen, I was just
It's not gonna run without a chain, Christian.
Why not? I mean, it could run.
Hold, please. All right. So before anybody gets, what's the word everybody likes to use? Triggered. We did put the chains on. Chains are on. The last clip you saw that they weren't on, and both cam gears are on. They are now on. We are now going to torque those bolts. Reassemble. And this car will be running. No wipers to running around in the rain.
And no AC. The moment we're fogging up. Oh, this is.
Listen, it's just water. All right, so everything is pretty much tightened down as far as valve train goes. Cam gear. The upper timing chain cover is cleaned. We have to go into the store to get some more of the gray silicone because Christian ran out. So we're gonna head there now, come back, lube it up, or goop it up, stick it on, tighten on all the bolts, get the valve cover back on, reassemble everything, which shouldn't take too long, and then fire up. You should be ready to roll. Everything went smooth, no problems. Doing your cams, if you've never done them before, it's not too difficult. Take everything apart, line up your bolts so you know what goes back where. Make sure you get the exact torque numbers. So when you torque everything back, your car continues to run smoothly. And yeah, it's pretty simple. Very simple. It's a very simple setup that Volkswagen did with the 12 valve VR here. Now, if it was a 24 valve, it's a little bit more involved. I've never done one of those, so you'd have to look elsewhere for advice on that. But this should make the car run better on the low end. That's the issue that he was having before. So yeah, when we get everything done and we get back, probably another half hour, 45 minutes, and this car will be up and running back again. Hopefully. All right, made it back from AutoZone or Advanced. I forget which one it was. Either way. Got the oil, got the silicone. This is the point where I'm gonna take off. Christian can finish everything. Just make sure you take the plate out before you try to put the cover on.
That's staying there.
And then he'll be good. He's got to put his throttle cable in. Definitely don't want to be here for that. And then pretty much just build everything back up. I'm pretty sure you'll see this in tomorrow's vlog running perfectly fine. And that's it. I'm gonna head out. I have a brand new puppy to go mess around with and keep happy. And yeah. So if you like the content, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell up there. That was the car. And yeah, we're almost at 1,000. I think we're in the 900 somewhere. I'm not sure. I'll check. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next time in the garage. Peace. Say bye, Christian.
Bye.
Perfect.